Right this way. Welcome to the Professor's Lounge.
Class is in session, sucker.
Take your seats.
What's up? What's up? We are live from Madison Square Garden. It is UFC 309 time, and I am not at Madison Square Garden, but you know who is? The GOAT. Well, supposed GOAT. GOAT of getting suspended from the UFC and getting into trouble. John Jones returns to UFC 309. And we have the man, the myth, the legend himself right here, the professor. And he's going to give us the breakdown. And later on, we'll have Ace come in and start us off. But are you excited for this one? I know you're excited of this one, actually, Professor.
Yeah, I'm going to arena, and then I got to figure out where to watch it.
Ooh, yeah. Are you going to watch it in the room, or are you going to try to find some kind of bar, or what?
So I know at the Grand Sierra, they ran out the nightclub, and you could watch it in there. So I might do that.
Yeah, this has to be one that they're doing in the freaking live screen. I mean, this is not a fight night. This is Madison Square Garden. This is everything. You know, you got a pretty top heavy card, and I think you got a couple of bangers there in the middle. But it's a good card, and everybody wants to see this because we'll get to it later. But maybe he is the GOAT, maybe he's not. But that's your opinion. We'll talk about that later. Let's start it off at the bottom of the card and see what fights we have coming up first. So starting off the night, we got Veronica Hardy at Edward Amora. So tell me if this fight interests you. If not, we'll just skip it. But give us the lowdown. Tell us what you think.
So Veronica Hardy, she's married to Dan Hardy.
Oh.
And
okay.
And then she's pretty hot. So I'm picking Veronica Hardy. Dan Hardy's a very lucky guy.
He gets to stick it to her every night. That's not much of a metaphor, but yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know what the odds are, but I'm picking Veronica Hardy.
That's a good pick. So it looks like the odds are she is the favorite. I mean, she's pretty hot, but look at this. Look at Eduarda. What kind of name is that? That's almost like like it's dude. I don't like that. You know what I mean?
I don't like the picture they chose for Veronica Hardy. They could have found a better one.
Really? Her knees are jacked up. She got some knees that are jacked up, but she is a fighter. I mean, I would think that
she is with Dan Hardy. They probably wrestle all the time.
Oh, Lordy Lord. Yeah, no, I'm sure they do. They have 3 kids, so I don't know if that's true, but I'm sure they have kids, right? Anyways, let me see.
Yeah. That's all I can really tell you about that fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first of the prelims. Let's see, real quick. I want to see if there's. Oh yeah, she's pretty. Like, I mean, I don't think Dan Hardy would, with makeup on. Look, without makeup, I don't want Dan Hardy to beat me up or anything, but. Yeah,
well, Dan Hardy, he's English. He's probably got some jacked up teeth. He's probably not. He's probably not that good. She's Venezuelan, dude.
Oh, dang! He's a passport bro. There he is,
he's right there.
Yeah, he's a passport bro.
Yeah,
Venezuelan. Well, look at what she was fighting, man. He could have married this chick down here.
Ugh. Ooh. Yeah, he got lucky. Out of all the UFC chicks, he didn't pick a bad one.
Yeah, no, that's good for him. She's 5'4", so that's 64-inch reach. That's not bad. She could probably reach pretty well, reach around or something like that. I don't know. Let's get off this. We're losing viewers as we speak. Yeah. Okay. Basel Haïv versus Oban Elliott. Anything you got on these two fighters?
So I know the Oban Elliott guy. He's like 2 or 3-0 in the UFC, and then the other guy, Basel, he fought 3 times in the UFC. He's 1-2. he lost JDM, who's probably gonna fight for the belt next. And then he also lost to, it was a split decision, and then he also lost to Mickey Gall, and Mickey Gall sucks. So
oh yeah, Mickey Gall's a punching bag.
Yeah, so I'm going with Oban Elliott. Since you lose to Mickey Gall, you're garbage.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone that loses to Mickey Gall, you have to kind of question them. So is that, let us know if any of these are going on your ticket, because that'll be interesting for the crowd to see if it's a heavy favorite is Oban Elliott. So
Let's speak of the devil.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. The human punching bag, Mickey Gall. 7-6, the definition of mediocrity. But don't beat me up. Versus Ramiz Rahimaj. So, I mean, I'm not going to go out on a limb here, but I'm guessing that you're going with Ramiz.
Yeah, they're both from like Jersey, New York, so it's like two local dudes. So I can't pick Mickey Gall. I just refuse to.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting because, you know, all these tickets, usually if it's in Dubai, then you get all the, you know, Dagestani brothers. And then this is interesting. New York, New Jersey, is it going to be a card that's heavy that way? I guess so. So it's pretty even. Yeah, pretty even for these two. And then at the top of the prelims, you got Marcin Tybura versus Johanta Diniz.
Diaz? Or Diniz? Diaz. So the Diniz guy was supposed to fight Derek Lewis 2 weeks ago, but his fight got canceled.
Okay.
So he's fighting so the Tabora guy, he's basically got the fight off 2 weeks, and he's always usually out of shape, so I don't think he's in great shape. And
yeah,
the Denise guy, he's like a kickboxer.
Got it.
So it could go either way, but I think Denise wins. But you know, Tabora could easily win since he's got way more experience.
Is it going on your ticket?
This one, no, I wouldn't go on my ticket, but I'll take Denise if I had to guess.
Okay, gotcha. And it is top of the ticket. He is 8-0. That's kind of interesting. Is it UFC wins or is it just kind of like? I think is he just barely getting here?
I think this is like his third. I think this is like his third or fourth fight.
Okay, gotcha. That's still pretty good. I mean,
yeah. He's an kickboxer.
Ooh. I mean, you got to fight what's in front of you and to keep it undefeated. Yeah. This is about where he should be fighting.
Yeah, well, he was going to fight Derek Lewis.
That's huge. That's too much. That's too much to throw in front of him right away. That's a big fight, you know? You got to get like 2 more wins before you fight a Derek Lewis, right?
So what are odds on this one?
It's heavy on the Marcin Tybura. So
really?
Not heavy. It's 150.
Oh, 125. So it's like close to a pick 'em.
Yeah, but you're getting plus money for the Diniz guy. Doesn't seem like a bad pick.
I might throw him in like a small long shot ticket.
Imagine what that spread would be if he's fighting Derek Lewis.
Right? Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so then we got the bottom of the prelims. We got David Onama versus Roberto Romero. What's your take on this one?
So I know the Romero guy. He's making his UFC debut.
Okay.
So I don't really know much about him. But it literally says he's 0-0.
Yeah. He's invisible. They don't even have a time to get a picture from him. Like $1 billion company, and they don't have time to get a picture from him. This is the UFC's website, for heaven's sakes.
I don't know what country he's from. He weighs 0 pounds. He's a midget because he's 0 feet.
Yeah, he's from Mexico. So versus Uganda, I have to say there's harder times in Uganda. I think, I don't know.
I
have
think it's pretty obvious who I'm going to pick.
Yeah, I think I have to go for the Ugandan in this one. The other guy doesn't have a pot to piss in,
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You'd think someone like this would be on the prelims if he's like this much of an unknown, but
Did he
he's going to get his chance.
Did he take the fight like 2 days ago? Jeez Christ.
He took the fight off the street.
Press the button at the top where it says odds. Maybe it says it there.
Okay, let's see. Not applicable. Interesting. Yeah.
I don't think there's much else we could say about it.
Yeah, you don't even know if this guy's real. Anybody could show up and say they're Roberto Romero, and we'd be like, yeah, okay.
He looks like a Roberto.
The dude could be like straight up Irish, white. I mean, heck, sometimes you get these guys out of, like the pirate, the Shamrock pirate guy who's got one eye, and he's white as snow. So
he's whiter. He's like Asians. Yes, Roberto.
Yeah, I'm Roberto. Anyways, the man is back. Jim Miller, the crackerjack himself.
This is an old man fight. Jeez.
Holy smokes! Look at this guy's face. This is the best picture they could get of him. Really?
Well, Jim Miller's like 40, and this guy's like in his late 30s. So,
wow. Does New York have no, great fighters? What's going on?
Well, I think Jim Miller's from like Jersey or something.
Well, this guy, Damon Jackson's definitely from Jersey. He's
from the Bronx.
Hairdo and everything. Absolutely. He knows AOC personally.
This is just two old dudes fighting. Anything could happen. I guess I like Jim Miller, so I'll pick Jim Miller. It's probably like a pick 'em if I had to guess.
I think he likes to be he's gonna bang, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna see it. Last time he got pieced up, didn't he? Who did he fight? Yeah, you remember?
Bobby Green.
Oh, yeah. And then Bobby Green got smoked by the Englishman. So
yeah.
So who knows how Jim Miller's gonna do in this one? He said, give me someone I could fight, and I'll be on the card. But so who do you think's the favorite in this one?
I think it's a pick 'em.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, Jim Miller's dropped down. He's at the 142, and I think that's fair. But I don't know if I give that much.
Either way.
Yeah, I don't know if I give that much. I'll take the underdog on that one. So we got the return of Chang's most.
Mr. Eye Poker?
Yeah. Chang loves Chris Weidman. He thinks he's a beautiful man, and he deserves to be on every ticket. So he's here, but he's not here to back up his claims. Anyways, Weidman versus Eric Anders.
Your boy. This is
pretty good. This is a good fight. What do you think?
Eric Anders, like Chris Weidman's super old, but he could still beat like nobodies. And Eric Anders, he's just not that good. I'd go with. I don't like Weidman, but I'd pick Weidman. And he's from like New York, New Jersey, so the crowd's gonna be on his side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is one that they're giving to him as a fan favorite, right?
Yeah, and he's good at poking eyes.
It's good at poking eyes and breaking legs. Yeah, absolutely. But wait, who was it that fought Anderson Silva and broke his leg? What's the other guy's name?
Weidman.
It was Chris Weidman. Yeah. So yeah, that's two things he's good at. But would you go? Was this going on your ticket?
I probably pick Weidman.
Yeah, but yeah, this might go on the ticket. You're getting plus money for Chris Weidman. I think that's one you got to take.
Yeah, I like Weidman. I think he's better, and he's older, but he could still scrap a little bit.
Absolutely. He had a chance to be great, man. He was right there. So then you got the top of the prelims. You got Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGee. What's your take on this one? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
So Jonathan Martinez, he's just coming out. He just lost to Jose Aldo in a decision earlier this year, and then the other guy, I think he's like maybe like 3-0 in the UFC. I think I rather like I'd pick Martinez since he's fought more competition in the UFC, and I saw that he's like a slight underdog.
Okay, let's check it out. So he is, slight underdog. So what kind of styles are they holding? Like what kind of fight do you expect this to turn out? Bantamweight, so it's pretty light.
Yeah, it's gonna be a decision, a 3-round decision. I don't know much about the Marcus McGee guy, but I've seen Jonathan Martinez fight a good chunk.
I mean, they make them look so big, but what I know when they get in this cage, the cage is going to turn really giant, and they're going to just be banging each other. Yeah, that's not a good way to put it, but yeah, it's not going to be I don't expect this to be too exciting. Let's probably go 3 rounds decision.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so, this is a decision.
Absolutely. So you could pretty much go any way on this one. Are you a fan of the bantamweight division?
I think there's the top 10's really good, and then there's a big drop off.
Oh, well, that's still good. I mean, if you can get 10 good fighters in a division, I mean, you've got a division. But for a while, the bantamweight division was just nobody. It was just kind of nobody was looking forward to it. I guess it's kind of made its way up, or
yeah. Well, forever it was just Dominic Cruz, and Dominic Cruz would always decision, and then Cody he had his little run, which didn't last that long.
No. They had a good back and forth though, that everybody was happy to see. So maybe I'm thinking, what's Mighty Mouse's division?
Oh, 125. Yeah, that one.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, what is that? That's not bantamweight. That's
flyweight.
Flyweight, yeah, the flyweight division sucks. Weren't they thinking of getting rid of that?
They were, but then Cejudo beat TJ, and he kept it, and then he had his little gimmick, the triple C and all that crap.
I was talking about the flyweight division when I was talking about its garbage. My bad, because the bantamweight actually is pretty good. That's got a bunch of names. Yeah, you were right. Top 10 is decent. So the flyweight, does anyone on this list really, excite you? Do you think that could top a card and have a good turnout?
It could be a co or the third fight. It can't be a main event. No.
Yeah, that's not going to draw many people in. But regardless, let's get back to this. And so we got, starting off the main event, the main card, we got Mauricio Rufy versus James Lontop. What do you think about this? Yeah.
So I know the UFC, they like the Ruffy dude. He's like 2-0 in the UFC, and he knocked out this dude in his last fight. And this Lopton guy, I think he's 1-2, and he just fought like a war in I think it was like August or September. So he's taking like a short a fight on short notice.
Okay.
So he took a lot of damage his last fight. So I'd pick Mauricio Rufy.
Oh, interesting. Is this something that would go on your card, or is just your that's the way you would lean if you had to bet it?
So I know Ruffy's a big favorite, so it's like I think it was like plus, not plus, like minus 1,000. So I'd have to like do some numbers.
Yeah, yeah. In UFC, it's always better to go the opposite way of those
Yeah,
huge numbers. So
yeah, it's just
yeah,
don't get that much value.
exactly. I mean, 14-4. I mean, that's not bad. He's a pretty large Peruvian, actually, at 180.
Yeah,
That can't be right. Is that right? 180? Isn't that a little bit big
I
for
don't
the
think
lightweight?
so.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I think he fights at like 170 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I know his last fight he took a lot of damage, and he just fought, like I said, August or September.
okay. Let's see. Let's see what the odds are. So yeah, minus 850 plus 575. So he took a lot of damage, but who was he fighting again? You said who did he fight? Let's see.
He fought this
Dorshif?
this guy. Yeah, the guy he trains with Uriah Faber's team.
Oh, okay. Borshev?
Yeah, Borshev. He just like comes out swinging.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, this guy's a gangster. He's got a face tattoo and everything. So I don't know,
So
man.
he fought in August, so it's not even 3 months later.
Gosh, dang. And he went up some against. It's not like he got choked out right away. He was in a
3-round
boxing match.
decision. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. All right. So in the next fight, we got a ladies' fight. Vivian Araujo and then Karine
Araujo?
Silva. Yeah, Araujo. I'm not saying that right. Araujo.
Arroyo, whatever. Araujo.
Yeah. Against Karine Silva. So what's your take on this one? I haven't seen either of these fighters.
So I know Viviana Rojo, she's super old, and the other girl's pretty young. And then I think she's like maybe like two, like he hasn't been in the UFC that long. The Brazilian,
They're
so
both Brazilian. So
Silva,
yeah, okay, Silva.
and then Rojo, she's been in the UFC for a while. She's a lot older, so I'll go with Karine Silva. But if you want to pick like value wise, Rojo's not a bad bet, you know.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, you're getting money plus 215. Who knows what to expect? There won't be any knockouts, that's for sure. But
No.
she's sitting at 18-4. I don't know how many. Coming off a win.
Yeah, well, I think she's only fought like this might be like her fourth UFC fight. It's not that many.
Yeah. How old was the other girl? Arujo?
She's like 35, 36, something in that ballpark.
So she fought Da Silva, and then she fought Moroz, and then Souza. So nothing special, but she got her fights 3 rounds, one round submission. Look at that.
Yeah.
So she looks like she's a submission specialist. And then Vivian Araujo, 3 wins by knockout, 4 by submission. She's just coming off a loss to another Silva. She beat Maya, and then Ribas. So you think there's some value in the veteran?
There's a little bit of value.
Okay. Interesting. Curious to see now. I wasn't looking forward to that fight. But now we're getting into the real deal. I mean, we get to see if this guy is legit. I mean, or if he falls off. Obviously, they're giving him a cupcake. What should be a cupcake for the up and coming title contending Bo Nickel. It's everyone's favorite. Is it legit? I don't know. I can't say it's legit yet. He hasn't fought anybody. He's just kind of been chilling. We've seen it happen again and again where these guys fall off when it comes to, real fights. So he's a wrestler. He wasn't too impressive in his last fight.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. And then Paul Craig, he's pretty one-dimensional. He doesn't really have much of a stand-up, but he has a really good guard.
Yeah. Okay.
But and he's fought in the UFC forever. But like I said, he has a lot of experience. But they want Bo Nickel to win.
Of course. And Nickel, he's not going to do anything special. He doesn't look like he strikes very much.
No, it's easily his hardest opponent he's fought yet, but he should still probably win, and they could finally because Paul Craig, he's like a 15 to 20 guy in the division.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at this middleweight division, do you see Bo Nickel contending anytime soon? This is really stacked, dude. He's got to fight like a Paulo Costa or a Cannoneer or something like that. He's supposed to be the golden.
All those matchups, like I could see Cannoneer knocking him out. I could see Vettori kind of grinding with them. I could see Brandon Allen. Those are all kind of hard.
Yeah. I would think that Bo Nickel, he looks kind of small. I would think he'd go down to this division. This looks like something that he could really contend in more. This middleweight division is just a death row, right?
It's like, luckily for him, there's not that many wrestlers, but they could all strike really good, and I don't know how good his chin is.
Have you ever seen Imamov, Nazarene Imamov?
I've seen him fight, yeah.
Yeah, is he legit or what?
I don't think he'll win a belt or anything though. I think the Kyle Moralo guy, he could fight. Yeah. He just destroyed Cannoneer this past few months ago.
Yeah, Cannoneer's on his way out. He's almost done. He's out there with Costa, right? They're working their way out of the division, unfortunately. But, yeah, Costa really had a chance, and then he just ran into that one guy you can't beat, And
it just kind of went. He lost to Izzy, then he lost to Vettori, then he lost to Whitaker, he lost to Strickland.
Yeah, he fell way off. He was that guy. He was that Bo Nickel, right? And coming up, and everybody expects you to win, and then get in the golden ticket. He got the championship bouts, and championship contenders, and he couldn't go across it. So I'll be interested to see what Bo Nickel does. He better dominate. He better put on a show, because his grace is going to run out pretty soon if he doesn't do something special. Don't you think?
Yeah. He's gotta look good.
Absolutely. Because
if you can't, if you struggle against Paul Craig, it's like, I don't know, man. I could see you beating any of these other guys, but I could easily see him getting knocked out, or especially getting humbled, because they have way more experience. Yeah,
the way that the American wrestlers wrestle, as opposed to the Dagestanis or the Russians or something like that, it's a big difference. The American wrestlers are really boring. They just kind of lay on top of you like what's his name, Curtis Blades and stuff like that. It's not like, or Colby. Where are the submissions? You know what I mean? You gotta push that.
Well, it's kind of what they teach them in high school and college. Like, their job is just to I got a point doing this. Oh, I got a point doing that.
Exactly.
And over there, they're just they're aggressive.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Israeli style of fighting where you're like kicking balls and stuff like that, crushing nuts. Freaking Krav Maga. Yeah. But yeah, I'm expecting something special out of this guy. I don't want to see any of the American wrestling and outpointing them and, bull crap like that. This is UFC. You got to adjust. You got to change your game. Like Tyrone Woodley, right?
Yeah, jeez.
He threw hands, though. Isn't he coming back?
No, he's probably trying to get like celebrity fights.
No. They said that he's coming back. I read somewhere that he's going to come back into the UFC.
Heck no, I know he needs money though. After his wife divorced him.
Ooh, so what if his wife divorced him? Is she getting half?
Probably because I think it was last year or earlier this year. She released a video of him going to town on another chick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tyrone Woodley likes his sushi.
Oh, yeah, but what's her problem, man? It's like, just back off. She knew what she was getting into when she married a star, I don't
Not
get it.
anymore. That he's not making the money anymore.
Yeah, if he's not making the money, then she's releasing the tape. But she releases the tape. Who cares? Right? Are you not going to watch Tyrone Woodley? Did you lose any respect or did you actually gain respect?
I was like, oh man, he's getting so nice. But I don't think that works in court though.
What does that have to do with court? I mean, do you get more money if he was banging other chicks? Is that how court works?
So, dude. I would think so. I would. And then you start crying. It's like, he cheated on me. He did this, and the judges were like, you freaking douchebag.
I would think the judge would be like, either you guys want to be married or not, you just split your things. I wouldn't think you okay, now it's 60-40. Oh, now it's 70-30. Now you get a little more money because he banged other chicks. I don't know. Well, I don't know how divorce works.
I doubt she was the one working.
Probably not. He was probably had that lifestyle, and once the purses stopped coming in and the trips to I don't know, the Hamptons kind of slowed down, she said. But he's also doing UFC for Fox or ESPN, isn't he?
No, Dana hates him.
Why?
Because he was boring. That's why he took the two Jake. Did he take the two Jake Paul fights, or was it? No, it was just one fight, right?
I don't know, something like that. But I don't. I know he was boring, but those fights against Wonder Boy were the worst. Yeah. Those forever. I was way on top of UFC, and then those fights kind of made me stop watching UFC for a little bit.
Well, I was at the John Jones BC2, and he was the co-main event, and then he didn't do anything against Damian Maya, and everyone brought out their phones, and the whole crowd was booing, and I remember Dana after that was like, "Oh, you might get the GSP fight," and then after that fight, he's like, "He's not getting the GSP fight. He's not sniffing that fight ever again."
Wow. Well, I remember Damian Maya just dropped to his butt during that fight. You know how those
Brazilians
jiu-jitsu guys, sometimes they just drop to their butt, lay on their back, and wait for you to come to them.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh yeah, he was pissed. The whole crowd was booing.
I also think sometimes that it's, if they're going to be boring, I mean, a win's a win. It doesn't really matter how you get it, but that's not how it is in UFC. They're like the WWE. It's like sports entertainment first. Yeah. But for basketball or football or something, a win's a win. That's how it should be, I think. Yeah, but that's not all. Tell that to Dana. I won't. So The co-main event, Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler, the New York native. What do you got to say about this one? Finally, we get to see Michael Chandler in the ring after missing all those fights versus Conor. Obviously, this isn't a bigger draw, but it is kind of nice to see him in there. What's your take on this one?
Well, it's a rematch from the first title fight, and then Charles he had his back, and then Charles had his back in the first round. Then Chandler almost knocks him out, and then Charles finishes him in the second round. I think it's going to go similar to the first one, and then I don't know, man. Chandler, all that ring rust, he hasn't fought in like 2.5 years. I don't know when the last time he fought. I gotta go with Charles, dude.
Oh, interesting. Even with the home cooking, huh?
I think Charles is just a fan favorite. Check Chandler. When was his last fight?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
It has to be like 2022.
Okay, let's see. Poirier versus Chandler, and Poirier wins by submission in 2022.
So it's literally 2 years ago.
Yeah. And you also got Ferguson versus Chandler.
Well, remember, he knocked him out clean.
Yeah. So not a good that was pretty much the beginning of the downfall for Ferguson, right?
I was like towards the end of the downfall because I think he fought I think he fights. Does he fight soon, or did he already fight? I think he fought already. I don't know. I think Tony already fought early. Yeah.
Yeah. So he lost to Gaethje too. So Gaethje and Poirier. Gosh dang, these guys have been around forever. But no, it's been a while, and it doesn't look like they're going away anytime soon. I'm sure Chandler will be back, but what's your?
I think the winner calls out Conor.
Oh, jeez. I think I'd like to see Conor fight a Brazilian again, get some of that nostalgia. I don't like people making fun of Chandler. It's always goes back to his kids and stuff.
Oh, because he's got the black kids.
yeah, it always goes back to his kids, and it's just such an interesting target. You know what I mean? But Charles, there's so much else to go there.
Yeah, well, Chandler, he needs that money with all those little African kids that he's got adopted. Hadn't made a paycheck in like 2 years.
I know. What the heck has he been doing? He's not commentating.
Yeah, I don't know what he's been doing, dude.
Yeah, that's the moneymaker is Conor. So either of these guys want Conor. I don't know if Conor's ever going to fight again. But do you like this co-main event? Is it something that you're looking forward to, or is it just like that's fun to see?
I like it. I wish it was something else. Like if this was the third fight, I'd be more pumped for it.
Exactly.
Like the third fight is the chick fight, right? It's the chick fight.
No, that's the Bo Nickel fight, and then the chick fight.
Chick fight's like, oh man, that's not. And then it's like if this was a third fight or fourth fight, I'd be like, this is sweet.
Yeah.
It's a good fight, but I don't want that as a of a pay-per-view.
A co-main event should always be somebody who's going to be a champion. You know what I mean?
Or it's a title fight.
Yeah, it's Madison Square Garden. So, I mean, I get the fan favorite, but this is actually a UFC. It's not it's not a BMF or something like that. So, this could be a BMF, Charles versus Chandler.
Yeah, they both fight like it, you know?
Yeah, they probably should have put it on there, right? just to get this a little more hype.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the BMF belt. It's just a fake belt.
It is a fake belt, but what else are you going to do for this? You got to pump up this co-main event somehow. They're not talking trash, I'm assuming, right? I guess I'll have to watch it on Thursday.
Yeah,
well, Friday
Charles, I think it's tomorrow. No, tomorrow they have the press conference. Well, Chandler doesn't talk smack, and then Charles, he speaks broken English.
Yeah. I mean, they better get their best stuff. I don't know who's going to be talking. I don't think Bo's going to be talking. These girls aren't going to be talking. I'm looking at this whole card.
The only talking is going to be John and Stipe.
Oh yeah, but okay. Now let's go on to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We got it right here. The main event: John Jones returning to the UFC. The problem is Stipe don't talk.
Well, he does talk, but you can't understand him. He's like mumbling. Like he probably, I probably understand Charles better than Stipe. Stipe's
like, that guy's a firefighter. So I guess the story is the goody two-shoe firefighter, the guy with the beer against the bad boy, John Jones. He's a mean guy who hits pregnant women with his car. And, I think he hit his wife or something. Did he? Yeah, he smokes
a few times. He gets in fights with police officers.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff.
So is the good boy gonna win or the bad boy? You know what I mean? I guess you gotta frame it somehow so that it gets some excitement in this. But Go ahead. What's your breakdown of this fight? What's gonna happen in the main event? Tell us.
I think it's going to be, I think John Jones he's going to wrestle him. I think he's going to win a 5-round decision.
Ooh, that's ugly. He's
going to make it boring. Stipe's just, he's 40, I think he's 42. He hasn't fought in I think 3 or 4 years, and he hasn't won in 5 years.
And he got knocked out by Cormier.
Yeah, and then last time he fought, Francis murdered him, and Francis hasn't been in the UFC in 2 years.
Oh man, we always wanted to see Francis versus John Jones. Do you think we'll ever see it?
No, that's done. Well, John Jones, he's been talking a lot of smack this week. So So the UFC, they have these new gloves that they started this year, right?
Okay.
And it's they're supposed to help with everything, right? And John Jones was he did some media today, right? And then he was they sent me the gloves a month ago, and then I talked to the UFC and I was like, yeah, man, this isn't gonna happen. I'm fighting with the old gloves. I'm not fighting with these gloves. So they
Can he do that?
John.
Okay.
Well, he did it, and so the whole card is using the old gloves.
Oh my gosh!
And then also John Jones was like, "Oh, are you gonna fight Aspinall next, right?" And he's like, "Nah, screw that guy. He's an a-hole. I'm not doing anything with him." He's like, either the UFC gives me a Pereira for the BMF, or I'm retiring.
What the freak? This guy is Looney Tunes, man. What is he talking about? Don't you want to be the freaking BMF? I mean, the heavyweight champ?
So I think he's gonna win, and then he's done. He's retiring.
So why? No, don't fight him for the BMF. Why wouldn't they? You're crazy. Why wouldn't they fight him for the BMF? Of course, he's gonna get any opportunity that he wants.
He could, but I could see it. It would be kind of cool, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think they would do it.
So you would watch that BMF title, huh?
Alex versus John Jones. I think Alex could knock him out, but he's not like Izzy took him down. John Jones is way better wrestler than Izzy.
But that means he's gonna have to lose a ton of weight though and be disciplined. He'll be a mess, bro.
No, he'll tell him it's gonna be at heavyweight. He has to come up to me. I'm not coming down to him.
Oof. Man, that would be interesting. That would be a big disadvantage to Pereira, but Pereira's a dog.
Yeah, I'm sure
I don't-
Pereira would take the fight, but I'd rather see John versus Aspinall. It's like the heavyweight champ versus the interim guy.
Yeah, yeah. So why do you think John Jones is doing this? Do you think he's just trying to get a check? Do you think he's, do you think he's just trying to pick the best matchups that he thinks he can win?
Yeah, it's that because I think Aspinall can knock him out, but he's kind of pulling a Mayweather, if I had to guess.
Oh, just trying to get those checks, huh?
Checks, and if it's not a fight I'm gonna get, then screw you guys.
Well, now I'm kind of rooting for Stipe. Yeah, man, because that would mess up his whole plan. And then he'd be forced to humble himself and fight for whatever they give him, because I don't think he'd go away. If he loses this fight, do you think he goes away?
No, I don't think he would go away on a loss. That would really destroy his GOAT status and his ego.
Yeah. I mean, he would not, I don't even, he'd have to do something extraordinary to get back that GOAT status if he lost to Stipe, an old Stipe. And let me ask you, if Stipe wins, does he retire?
He's done. I don't think he would fight Aspinall.
Win or lose, he's out, huh?
I think he's out. Even win, I can maybe see it, but I could see him being like, I won the belt back. I'm 43, 42.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to firefighting. I'm done.
What do you mean wins the belt back? I didn't think this was a title match, is it?
It's just technically for the belt.
What? I thought Aspinall was the champ.
He's the interim champ.
But John Jones has been out for like 7 years.
Well, that's why it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, how long was that one guy out? He was out like 6 months and they took his belt away. I can't remember who it was, but
Yeah, what do you think John Jones has the belt right there?
well, I just thought it was like promotional, but I didn't think that he was actually considered the champ.
Yeah, he's technically the champion.
That's insane. He hasn't fought since. Oh, I guess he fought in 2023.
Still a year and a half.
Yeah, that is a little bit ago.
When is Stipe fight? Let's look at that.
Okay, this is 2023. Then he fought in 2020. I mean, this is ridiculous. And well, he did destroy Circle Gain. And
Serial?
Serial Gain, whatever his name is. So Francis has been gone so long, so you already know it's a long time. 2021.
So that's 3.5 years.
Gosh, dang. And then he
And
won
his
a
last-
5-round decision, but that was pretty. He dominated DC in that fight, but still.
That's still 5 years. His last one was 5 years ago.
Yeah, what's he been doing? Fighting fires?
Yeah.
Go fight somebody, bro. I mean,
that and John Jones. He's from New York, so the crowd's probably gonna go kind of. If I had to guess, the hometown guys.
Oh, is Stipe from New York?
No, John's from New York.
What? He's from New Mexico.
No, he trains in New Mexico, but he's from New York.
Oh, I didn't know that. His brothers
Stipe's
will
from,
probably
like-
be there.
Yeah, Stipe's from like Cleveland, I think.
Interesting. So I guess that's why they brought John to New York City, right?
Yeah, so if he retires at at MSG. You know, that's what I think is gonna happen.
Man, Stipe has a lot of pressure on him. I hope he pulls it off. Obviously not for you. So your bet is big, John Jones, huh?
I don't think Stipe could beat him.
Man,
He's too old, man.
how old's John Jones?
He's like 36, 37.
Dang, he's so young, and he's been around
Yeah.
for 400 years.
Yeah. Well, he's been suspended for like probably like 7, 8 years.
Dude cannot stay out of trouble. Even when I remember when he first joined the UFC, and I saw he had Philippians. I was like, Christian man like me, yeah, let's go. And then he just kept getting in trouble. I'm like, oh, freak, this guy is trouble, dude. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know if I want to say he had me fooled. He could still be a Christian guy, but gosh dang. Freaking John Jones. So that's it for this fight card. And you will be there watching this with money on it. How excited are you? Are you peeing your pants just waiting for it?
Yeah, probably watch that, and then on Friday I'll probably watch Mike Tyson get knocked out or lose a fight.
That's right. Yeah. What do you got?
Look at me.
Yeah. What do you think? You think Mike Tyson has anything left in the tank?
He might get a heart attack, dude. That guy's old.
He is old, but you gotta he's gotta have some power in those punches. You see, he could knock him out, right?
Yeah, I think he gasses out though.
I think he gasses out. If he gasses out in his prime, he's gonna gas out in his old age. That's for sure.
Isn't he like 60?
I don't know. Let's check it up really quick. How old is Tyson? 58. Jeez.
They were supposed to fight like 3-4 months ago, but I was like, I guess he went like on an airplane and his heart started messing up or something like that. So they had to like, come on, dude. Like, how is this? We're really doing this? Guy's heart is going crazy and he's gonna box.
Yeah, how is this a D? He pulled a D to killer, huh?
It's like freaking guy, man.
Yeah, but
he's taking a bunch of steroids in his whole life.
Is there any advantage to Jake Paul kicking his butt? Does anybody want to see Mike Tyson get beat up? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No. I can see some shenanigans and it's like a draw.
It's probably going to be like the Mayweather Jake Paul fight or John Paul or whatever the heck his brother's name is.
Yeah.
Because that was just like a point fest. They were out there sparring. That's my guess.
Yeah, because
you're not going to get a real fight.
Because I don't even think it's probably like 6 rounds or something.
Probably going to be an exhibition, right?
Yeah, it's too
just
old, dude.
Just like when Mayweather fought that that Japanese boxer or kickboxer or something. That was weird.
He was a kickboxer.
I didn't even know that happened, and then I saw the highlights. I was like, "What is this? When did this happen?"
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and I was like, "Oh, this happened 2 days ago." I guess.
Yeah. Okay, if you say so. But it happened. Anyways, any last takes on this? Do you got any last takes from UFC 309 or the sports world?
No, that's about it. I think we covered literally every fight.
Yeah, we covered literally every fight. You got no, secret inside news from Dana White. I know you got close connections because you're friends with him and Kamala Harris.
Yeah, with him and John and Rogan.
How much money did you have on Kamala?
I'm not betting on her, dude.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for UFC 309. Subscribe, hit that like button. And as always, Go F yourself. Here we go. Peace.
Peace.